Where is she? How does she? What says my concealed lady to our cancelled love?
Oh, she says nothing, sir, but weeps and weeps, and now falls on her bed, and then starts up, and Tybalt calls, and then Romeo cries, and then down he falls again.
As if that name shot the deadly level of a gun, and murderer, as that name's cursed hand murdered her kinsman. Oh, tell me, friar, tell me, in what part of this vile what vile part of this monotony doth my name lodge? Tell me that I may sit that hateful mountain.
Should we actually have the nurse grabbing it, or would
It says I do.
Yeah, so you need to like get behind.
I didn't realize you had now. Remember, your two's position in this is the only adults between these ridiculous children who you love.
Including the old.
You love these kids more than anything else. Okay?
Yeah.
So all of a sudden he pulls a knife and
You should hold your knife.
oh my god!
You should hold your knife closer to the end of that line so that we're not reacting.
Right, so, doth my name lodge? Tell me that I may sack the hateful man.
Oh, that's good.
But you're just so overcome, Tony. Like you're not gonna keep it. You're just gonna be like, oh. Okay, you're just gonna let them take it from you. Okay. Okay. There you go.
Hold thy desperate hand. Art thou a man? Thy form cries out thou art. Thy tears are womanish. Thy wild acts denote the unreasonable fury of a beast. Unseemly woman in a seeming man, and ill-beseeming beast in seeming both. Thou hast amazed me. By my holy order I thought thy disposition better tempered. Hast thou slain Tybalt? Wilt thou slay thyself, and slay thy lady, that in thy life lives, by doing damage hate upon thyself? Why railest thou against thy birth, the heaven and the earth? When heaven, birth and heaven, and earth, all three do meet in thee at once, that thou at once wouldst lose. Fie, thou shamest thy shape, thy love, thy wit, which like a usurer aboundst in all, and usest none with that fair use indeed which should bedeck thy shape, thy love, thy wit. Thy noble shape is but a form of wax, digressing from the valor of a man. Thy true love sworn, but hollow perjury, killing that fair love which thou hast sworn to cherish. Thy wit, that ornament to shape and love. Okay, the shape and the conduct of them both, like powder in a skilless soldier's flask, is set fire by thine own ignorance, and thou dismembered with thine own defense. But rouse thee, man. Thy Juliet is alive. Who's right? Sorry. I'm trying to say.
I know. It's hard.
I know. It's so hard. Do you want me like off center for this? Should we still keep Romeo here, or is it better to have me somehow move to center?
I think you should at least move forward and do a sort of mix monologue.
Yeah. Well, even when you guys don't have books in your hand, you'd be like, how's the So don't be afraid. Like you don't have to keep it centered.
Okay.
Just so long as everybody can see everybody else.
Yeah.
You probably pace forward in front of us and back.
It's just I am talking pretty consistently
I
on you, so I don't like. It's not like you were just shouting to the wide world. I'm talking to you.
We also don't want to belittle any pacing that will occur from you and from Juliet.
I'm not a pacer.
No, you guys are the hot-tempered teenagers.
I'm deliberate alcoholic.
Flipping out, and you don't know what to do, and you're loyal except for these two incompetent adults.
Incompetent adults. If only they were a little bit more competent.
If only they were younger.
If only they were less.
Yeah. Everything would be so much better.
Okay, so that's a good point.
Can you like sit down here and just be all dejected, and then I can be like railing at him from
What
here?
does he have to do after this?
He can get up when I say, go get me to thy love as was decreed, because then he's gonna like.
You just did that, and I'm actually okay with that. When she takes the knife from you, and you're just listening to him, and I liked how you were just like totally overwhelmed and then so ashamed. Okay, I don't know if you knew you were doing that.
So you are ashamed.
You did that, and it was really good. But it was really good where you were like, still, I don't have my knife, but I kind of want to kill myself, but oh my gosh, you're right. Like, oh my gosh. And you just did that on stage right now where you just kind of went down, and you're just done, Tony.
Done.
So you don't have to sit.
Done.
It might be less distracting than like coming up here.
Well,
and like
sitting and getting the break from Juliet, otherwise it's like.
Yeah, but
Exactly.
you can
If
yell at
you're
that.
here and you're just on the ground and you're just done.
How about you do that after I say the thing about, and thou just, Tony, when
Okay, you're just sitting here looking at the knife you no longer have in your hands and listening to this man who is speaking sense. And everything still sucks. And then when they talk to you, or when you have to talk to them, you can look up at the nurse and take the ring, and that's your home. Okay?
Well, what I was thinking is he can get up when I say, "Go get me to thy love."
Yeah, but he has the ring by him.
Yeah, I have to win the ring for that.
No.
No?
Like I said, my whole speech, I say, as part of my whole speech, "Go get you thy love," decree,
Okay.
and then all this stuff. So I'm thinking he can get up somewhere here and be like a bit encouraged as he gets to see Juliet. And then, but I'm gonna.
I think I'm too depressed for that still.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
he can help here. And so you can like start to look up and like look at the friar and listen to what he says.
Yeah, because I heard Juliet's name on
Well, even in their depression, that's
Because all of a sudden you get to see her again.
Yeah.
You're right.
Which is nice.
Because you do. You hear Juliet's name, you get to see her again. So even if you're going.
But stay on the ground, and then you can.
Yeah.
Well, what I'm thinking I'll do is then I'll kneel down when I'm telling him what he has to do to.
Exactly.
to
That's
enter.
perfect. I
So
love
then
that. I love that
You
so
can
much.
then get up at your first line after my long speech,
First line after lunch.
which is do
So
so and
we'll
so.
give you a ring.
Like I'm gonna tell the nurse to go.
What?
She says her thing about how great I am, and then
Yeah.
then you
With
get
all
up.
sincerity.
Okay, so that's good.
Keep going.
So
You're right here.
is set afire by thine own ignorance, and thou hast never with thine own offense. What roused thee, man? Thy Juliet is alive, for whose dear sake thou wast but lately dead. There art thou happy. Tybalt would kill thee, but thou slewest Tybalt. There art thou happy too. The law that threatened death becomes thy friend, and turns it to exile. There art thou happy. A pack of blessings lights upon thy track. Happiness courts thee in her best array. But like a misbehaved and sullen wench, thou frownst upon thy fate that smiles on thee. Take heed, for such die miserable. Go, get thee to thy love, as was decreed. Ascend her chamber, hence and comfort her. But look, thou stay not till the watch be set, for then thou canst not pass to Mantua, where thou shalt live till we can find a time to blaze your marriage, reconcile your friends, beg pardon of the prince, and call thee back with 20,000 times more joy than thou wentst forth in lamentation. Go before nurse, commend me to thy lady, and bid her hasten all the house to bed, which heavy sorrow makes them apt unto. Romeo is coming.
Oh Lord, I could have stayed here all night to hear good counsel. Oh, what learning is! My Lord, I'll tell my lady that you will come.
Do so, and bid my sweet prepare to tide.
That's where he gets it.
No, he's
Yeah.
taking the ring still.
Stay
Oh, he's taking the ring while
Yeah,
he's
stay
on
down
the
there,
ring.
Tony. It was good.
Okay.
Here, sir, a ring she bade me give you, sir. Hie you, or make haste, for it grows very late.
My comfort is revived by this.
Go hence, good night. And here stands all your state. Either be gone before the watch be set, or by the break of day disguised from hence. Sojourn in Mantua. I'll find out Romeo, and he shall signify from time to time every good hap to you that chances here. Give me thy hand, 'tis late. Farewell, good night.
But that a joy past joy kills out on me. It were grief so brief to part with me. Farewell.
That was good.
Who wants to be Paris for me?
Let's skip the scene. It's just.
What did you in Paris?
It's just
Wait for us.
Yeah. She's here next week, don't worry.
Skip what I've seen!
I know, I'm sorry. Joe.
I'm sorry! I hate law!
We're in the next scene too.
Yeah, but not so like way further on.
It's a long scene.
What's the next
You have like, it's.
For Romeo and
Oh, wait,
Juliet
wait,
at the window.
Oh, wait, no.
Window scene.
Yeah.
Oh, it exists.
Come on,
It's
you're
a-
long left.
It's a super long one.
Oh,
It's
this
a
is
super
the
long
scene
one.
where I
It's a super long one.
Born Mary Paris, that's right.
No, because he's exiting.
Oh, wait, we're skipping Paris?
Yeah,
Yeah.
skipping
Oh.
that
Which
because
is
wait
nice
for-
because we're already
It's
next night.
just capital for Paris.
This is
Yeah. So we'll just wait till next week, then you're out.
Paris, I think we're on.
That's not a dynamic duo. I would did that. The dynamic duo is Paris.
I have a line in that scene. See, a line.
Which
Sorry.
scene?
Actually, the majority of those lines are Capulet's lines. Like, Capulet probably has at least 2/3 of the lines in that scene.
Young light is not daylight. I know it I. It is some meteor that the sun exhales. To be this night a torch bearer, to light the other way to Mantua. Then first say yet, that means not be gone.
Let me be taken, let me be put to death. I'm content, so thou wilt have it so. I'll say yon great is not the morning eye, 'tis but the pale reflex of Cynthia's brow, nor that it is not the lark whose notes do meet the vaulty heaven so high above our heads. I have more care to stay than will to go. Come, death, and welcome. Juliet wills it so. How is it, my soul? Let's talk. It's not day.
It is. Hence, be gone away. It is the lark that sings so out of tune, straining harsh discords and unpleasing sharps. Some say the lark makes sweet division. This doth not so, for she divideth us. Some say the lark and little toad change eyes. Oh, now I have they changed voices too. Since arm for arm that voice doth us affray, hunting the hens with hunts up to the day. Oh, now be gone. More light and light it grows.
Just so you two know, when you don't have books in your hands, you're going to be super touchy. You don't have to be like in each other's arm. You're going to be like holding or like, yeah, no, exactly. Oh, no, stay, no.
Go, stay, go.
Hold.
Backwards, slow, backwards. Tug the ball. More light and light, more dark and dark our woes.
Madame.
Nurse?
Madam.
Madam? Madam!
Nurse?
Your lady mother is coming to your chamber. The day is broke. Be wary, look about.
And window. Let day in, and let light out.
Farewell, farewell. One kiss and all the sound.
You do it.
Art thou gone so? Love, Lord, husband, friend, I must hear from thee every day in the hour. For in a minute there are many days. Oh, by this account, I shall be much in years ere I again behold my Romeo.
Farewell, and I will omit no opportunity that may convey my greetings love to thee.
Thinkst thou we shall ever meet again?
Doubt it not. And all these woes shall serve for sweet discourses in our times to come.
Wait a minute. Shouldn't he be like somewhere? Because he's supposed to have like descended from the
He's
window.
just going to walk this way.
That's why I kind of took a step back and then turned back sort of thing.
Yeah, and don't you move.
I should still be where I started.
No, that was fine.
So that after we
You can't-
kiss, you stay where you are. I kind of turn a little bit. You have your line, and that makes me turn back. It's not me.
We're giving the illusion that you're leaving.
Yeah, you couldn't lean over.
Yeah.
So once you kiss, that's where you stay. Wherever that ends up, like I'm not gonna give you guys a mark on the floor, but that's your point.
Oh God, I have an inclining soul. Methinks I see thee now thou art below, as one dead in the bottom of a tomb. Either my eyesight fails, or thy love is pale.
And trust me, love, in my eyes so be you. Dry sorrow drinks our blood. Adieu, adieu.
Oh, fortune, I'll call thee fickle. If thou art fickle, what thou dost with him? What dost thou with him that is renowned his fate? Be fickle, fortune, for then I hope thou wilt not keep him long, but send him back.
Oh, are you up?
Who is it that's called? Is it my lady mother? Is she not down so late or up so early? What unaccustomed causes procures her hither?
Well, how now, Juliet?
Madam, I am not well.
Evermore weeping for your cousin's death? What, wilt thou wash him from his grave with tears? And if thou couldst not make him live, therefore have done. Some grief shows much of love, but much of grief shows still some want of wit.
Yet let me weep for such feeling loss.
So shall you feel the loss, so shall you feel the loss, but not the friend which you weep for.
Feelings of the loss cannot choose but ever weep the friend.
Well, girl, thou weepst not so much for his death as that the villain lives which slaughtered him.
What villain, madame?
Same villain Romeo.
Villain, he many miles asunder. God pardon him. I do, with all my heart, and yet no man like he doth grieve my heart.
That is because the traitor murderer lives.
I, madam, from the reach of these hands, would none that I could might bend to my cousin's death.
Oh, we will have vengeance for it, fear that not. Then weep no more. I'll send to one in Mantua where that same banished runagate does live. She'll give him such an unaccustomed dram that he shall soon keep Tybalt company. And then I hope that he'll be satisfied.
Indeed, I never shall be satisfied with Romeo till I behold him. Dead is my poor heart for kinsman vexed.
There's another pause there. I know it's not there, but until and Arden, when you don't have your book in your hands, when you're talking about Romeo and you're like pining over him, look towards where he went. Dead. And then look towards her, just so everybody doesn't miss these lines because they're fantastic.
Okay. Indeed, I never shall be satisfied with Romeo till I behold him. Dead is my poor heart for a kinsman vexed. Madam, if you can find out what a man to bear a poison, I would temper it, that Romeo should, upon receipt thereof, soon sleep in quiet. Oh, how my heart abhors to hear his name, and cannot come to him, to reap the love I bore my cousin, and upon his body that slaughtered me.
That confused look on your face is okay during this.
Wait.
Ah.
I missed that. Find thou the means, and I'll find such a man. But now I'll tell thee joyful tidings, girl.
And joy comes well in such a needy time. What are they, I beseech your ladyship?
Thou hast a careful father, child, one who, to put thee from thy heaviness, hath sorted out a sudden day of joy that thou expectest not, nor I looked for, nor I looked not for.
Madam, in happy time, what day is that?
Marriage, my child. Early next Thursday morning, the gallant young noble gentleman with county Paris, St. Peter's Church, shall happily make thee their joyful bride.
Now by St. Peter's Church and Peter too, he shall not make me their joyful bride. I wonder at this haste that I must wed, ere he, that should be my husband, comes to approve. I pray you, tell my lord and my father, madam, I will not marry yet, and when I do, I swear it shall be Romeo, whom you know I hate, rather than Paris. Indeed.
Well, here comes your father. Tell him so yourself. See how he will take that end.
This will work.
When the sun sets, the earth doth drizzle dew, but for the sunset of my brother's son it rains down. How now, conduit girl? What, still in tears? Evermore shouting? In one little body thou counterfeits a bark, a sea, a wind. For still thy eyes, which I may call the sea, do ebb and flow with tears. The bark thy body is, sailing in this salt flood. The winds thy sighs, who raging with thy tears, and they with them, without a sudden call will overset thy tempest-tossed body. How now, wife, have you delivered to her our decree?
Aye, sir, but she will not. She gives you thanks. And would the fool were married to her grave.
Soft, take me with you, wife. How will she not? Doth she not give us thanks? Is she not proud? Doth she not count her blessed, unworthy as she is, that we have brought so worthy a gentleman to be her bride? What? What did you say?
Mine says bride too. I don't know yet.
Mine has a note that says bridegroom at the bottom.
So I guess.
Whatever. Let's just go to bridegroom.
I'm not proud you have, but thankful that you have. Proud that I can never be of what I hate, but thankful even for hate, that is meant love.
How? Trump logic? What is this? Proud, and I thank you, and I thank you not, and yet not proud. Mistress Minging you? Thank me, no thankings, no prouding, no prouds, but settle your fine joys against Thursday next, to go with Paris to St. Peter's Church, or I will drag thee on a hurdle thither. Out, you green sickness carrier, out, you baggage, you tallow-face.
Fie, what are you, mad?
Father, I beseech you on my knees, hear me with patience, but to speak a word.
And the young baggage, disobedient wretch, I tell thee what, get thee to church on Thursday, or never after look me in the face. Speak not, reply not, do not answer me. My fingers itch. Wife, we scarce thought us blessed that God had lent us but this only child. But now I see this one is one too much, and that we have a curse in having her. Out on her, Hildy!
God in heaven bless her. You are to blame, my lord, to rate her so.
And why, my lady wisdom? Hold your tongue. Good prudence, smite her with your gospels.
I'm
Go.
gonna just interrupt. Next time we do the scene. Yes, exactly. And Arden,
Yeah.
And I say no.
Good idea. That's.
So anyway, we'll do that next
But
time.
it's easier with a joke, so, yeah.
Yeah.
Learn your lines.
Anyway, I guess we'll do my line again.
Yeah.
And why, my lady wisdom, hold your tongue, good truths, smatter with your gossips, go.
I speak no treason.
Oh God,
May not one speak?
peace, you mumbling fool! Utter your gravity or your gossips bold, for here we need it not.
You are too hot.
God's breath makes me mad. Day, night, work, play, alone in company. Still my care hath been to have her mad, and having now provided a gentleman of noble parentage, of fair Demesnes, youthful and nobly lined, stuffed as they say, with honorable parts, proportioned as once thought would wish a man, and then to have a wretched human fool, a whining maggot in her fortune's tender, to answer, "I'll not wed, I cannot love, I am too young, and pray you pardon me." But, and you will not wed, I'll pardon you. Grace where you will, you shall not house with me. Look to it, think on't, I do not use to jest. Thursday is near, thy hand on heart advise, and you be mine, I'll give you to my friend. And you be not, hang, beg, starve, die in the streets, for by my soul I'll never acknowledge thee. Nor what is mine shall never do thee good. Trust to it, bethink you, I'll not be forsworn.
Is there no pity sitting in the clouds that sees into the bottom of my grief? Sit back, Carlos. Sit back. Yeah, right there. Yeah. On my feet. Yeah. Is there no pity sitting in the clouds that sees into the bottom of my grief? Oh, sweet mother, cast me not away. Delay this marriage for a month, a week, or if you do not, make this bridal bed in that dim monument where Tybalt lies.
Talk not to me, for I'll not speak a word. Do as thou wilt, for I have done with thee.
Oh God.
Also one back.
Nurse. But do stand up.
Yes,
and
stand
don't-
down,
Great
I'll
parents.
Oh God. Oh nurse. How shall this be prevented? My husband is on earth. My faith in heaven. How shall this faith return again to earth unless the husband send it to me from heaven by leaving earth? Comfort me, counsel me. Alack, alack, that heaven should practice such stratagems upon so soft a subject as myself. What sayest thou? Hast thou not a word of joy? Some comforters?
Faith, here it is. Romeo is vanished, and all the world is nothing, that he dares ne'er come back to challenge you. Or if he do, it need must be by stealth. Then since the case so stands, as now it doth, I think it best you may become to you. He is a lovely gentleman. Romeo is a disclose to him, an eagle hath not so green, so quick, so fair an eye as Paris hath. Be true, my very heart. I think you are happy in the second match, for it excels your first. Or if it did not, your first is dead, or 'twere as good he were, as living hence, and you no use of him.
Speakest thou from thy heart?
And from my soul too, or else beshrew them both.
Amen.
What?
Well, thou hast comforted me marvelous much. Go it, and tell my lady I am gone, having displeased my father to Lawrence's cell, to make confession and to be absolved.
Marry I will. And this is very wisely done.
Ancient damnation, O most wicked fiend! Is it more sin to wish me thus forsworn?
Just a second. Wait till she's actually off the stage, and then almost wicked fiend. There you know who you're talking about because it's not your father. At this point, it's your nurse.
Okay.
So
Ancient damnation, O wicked fiend! Is it more sin to wish to me thus forsworn? Or to dispraise is my lord that same tongue which she has praised him with above compared so many thousand times? Go, counselor.
As I was counseling you.
Oh,
counselor.
Go,
Go,
counselor.
counselor.
Okay.
It lies.
Go, counselor. Thou and my bosom henceforth shall be twain. All to the friar to know his right. If all else fail, myself have power to die.
Yeah, you go the opposite direction.
Yep. Play-Doh.
Play-Doh.
Not necessarily. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was awesome.
A lot of those lines I don't have any idea what it's in. All I know is I'm like totally like,
Yeah.
basically, wait, actually I do know what
You
it's
two
saying.
are like my power couple right now. I'm like, oh my god.
saying you marry Carrie or I'm kicking you out of the house.
Exactly, it's perfect. And you're just like totally done. and I get the impression between the three of you that this is not the first time this has happened.
I was kind of realizing just after we finished that scene, I was just kind of saying, you know, we're really terrible parents.
Yeah.
You know how we said earlier that bros are the only grown-ups in the play?
You guys
Yeah, Montague and I are all about we're immature, okay? Evidenced by the fact that we're slapping each other.
Which is also evidenced by the fact that you're mocking your teenage daughter.
Yes, that's one thing I noticed, Joe. That first line you say when you're coming in, like about Tybalt's death in the 2 or something, you're directing that at Juliet in reference to her crying.
No, I'm not talking. I thought since I was entering with the nurse, I was talking about. No, I'm not. I'm actually talking about her.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was awesome. Everybody needs to learn the lines and slow down.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick on you guys first because I feel like the dynamics between you guys are totally set. So slow down your lines.
I've never had this long lines.
It's a giant speech. I understand.
Yeah.
And it's such a good speech, Joe. So you have to make sure that you don't rush through it just because it's a giant chunk of lines. That goes for everybody. Juliet, so many of those. You need to slow down. You're not bad. You're great.
Who is that?
What? You're not bad.
Oh, I want you're not bad. That's good.
Yeah.
He's getting the
But I feel like so we're gonna call it quits.
You should work on like finding parts in it that you can break up the way you're saying it.
Yeah.
All
Well,
at one tone.
it's a lot easier once you memorize them.
Yeah.
But we will definitely be working on dynamics.
Yeah.
And also,
So, like, sometimes you're
understanding what you're saying helps too.
If you get a script like guys, if you get a script like mine, which has like definitions of some of the words in the margins. So like for instance, in yours, in your line back in what was it? Act 4, Act 3.
We know he's calling her a slut. We know.
That's what yeah.
It's just very difficult.
You don't have to explain it.
Just try and say it without like
With a lot of elbow. No, I actually that's what we're gonna have to do with that one. You would go yeah. Fantastic. Yeah, so we'll definitely be working on it. So everybody's homework is to learn your lines and figure out like what your emotions should be, particularly during those long speeches, because often during them you go through at least 3 emotions. And that helps to break it up too, right? Am I saying this happily? Am I going, oh my gosh, am I worrying about this? So memorize. Yeah. Am I happily worrying about this? Exactly.
Yeah.
So great.
Should we turn off the camera?
Oh my god, I did not realize I was calling Juliet a sub.
Nope, it's still going.
That's the power button. Oh my gosh.
No, this is the power button over here.
Yeah.
This is not the power button on top.
And